Hi, this is Corey McCarthy, and welcome to a new episode of Fit, Formidable, and Fantastic. That's right, go F yourself, and happy Friday. In this episode, I want to once again touch on the subject of sex. Now, I recently touched on the subject of sex with relation to the vegan diet and how you can improve your sexual performance on the vegan diet and such. But this time, I want to touch on sex and athletics specifically. Now, why so many videos on sex? I really wouldn't say there's so many, but it is a topic that seems to be pretty popular when I do a video on it, and people do ask me a lot of questions regarding it in private messages and emails and what have you. So I thought I would do yet another video on sexual intercourse. So let me start off by with a preface here that there needs to be more research done specifically on sex and athletic performance. There just isn't enough out there, really. But that being said, there is data out there and research out there on individual aspects of improvement that sex can bring upon the body. And that will obviously translate to better athleticism, better health, and better performance. And I'm going to get into these, so bear with me as I go down the list. Starting off with one that probably seems pretty obvious and likely goes without saying. That is, sexual intercourse leads to higher levels of salivary and serum testosterone, even in elderly men. And in the one study, they researched in men that were 60 and over. And you will see those studies appear at the top of the screen up there. Two links. Now, moving forward, before we move forward, I want to elaborate on that. Of course, and again, this goes without saying, but I should put it out there, higher levels of testosterone can lead to better strength, better muscle growth, more of an athletic drive, more of a competitive drive. So it's obviously, like I said, it goes without saying, better testosterone levels are going to improve your athletic performance in general, your function in the gym, not just in your sex life, but in general. So now, moving forward, sexual intercourse, it actually increases blood flow to the brain. And this can actually improve performance and alertness and focus. And there's an article to read up in the top of the screen there. And I guess there's nothing really more to say about that. Higher levels of sexual activity and sexual satisfaction are also associated with lower levels of daily stress. Now, the reason why I'm throwing stress in here is because if you're stressed out, all of your hormones can go out of whack. Your cortisol levels can rise. You can lead to holding more belly fat. It can lead to a drop in testosterone. It can lead to a loss of muscle mass. It can also lead to a disinterest in working out, etc., etc. So controlling stress is good in general, but it's especially good for athletic performance. And there is an article, a study to read at the top of the screen up there regarding those details. Now, moving forward. Orgasms lead to a release of hormones like oxytocin, which can lead to feelings of relaxation, and thus can lead to sleep, achieving sleep. And to explain why this would be useful, obviously, if you don't already or you can't already ascertain, better sleep will improve your recovery, thus your performance. And in the case of bodybuilding, better sleep is going to help you grow. It's going to help you recover. It's going to help you with fat loss. It's going to help you with your hormone levels. When you sleep, growth hormone is released. So there are a lot of positive benefits to getting better sleep. And there's an article to read at the top of the screen regarding what I just talked about. Oxytocin is also pain relieving and healing. And in women specifically, more orgasms have led to notable reduction in back and leg pain. And there's some reading you can read that you can go into at the top of the screen there for that. But think about it. Pain relief not having to use painkillers, that will help you in the recovery process as well, especially if you're dealing with significant onset of muscle soreness after a workout or an athletic event. So you can see where that would benefit you as well. Moving forward, there is an old myth, and you'll hear this myth. It's still perpetuated by coaches and what have you. It's also present in movies like Rocky, and that is that sex apparently negatively affects male performance at athletic events. This is just a myth. This has not been conclusively proven to actually hold any water whatsoever. And the only time where it could lead to a negative effects on athletic performance would be if you're not getting enough sleep because you're too busy either cruising for sex or having sex, and you're not getting enough sleep. So that's really the only case where that could really negatively affect your performance. But there's not really any conclusive evidence to show that having sex before a match or a game or lifting even is going to negatively affect your performance. But that even being said, in women, it has been shown that those who have more orgasms also seem to win more medals. Thus, their performance appears to be positively affected, and there's some reading at the top of the screen regarding all of that. And finally, and this is almost, I guess you could say it's a little bit of a joke because you'll see. Sex is a form of cardio, and kind of, actually. I mean, it can burn 5 calories per minute per the what you can, for the link in the top of the screen there that you can read. And that would equal 300 calories per hour, but you'd have to be like some kind of sexual god if you're having a sexual session that's going to last you a full fucking hour. So but hey, if you are, 300 calories right there per hour. And if you compare that with other common forms of exercise, for instance, 30 minutes of vigorous weight training burns between 180 and 266 calories, depending on your body weight. And 30 minutes of vigorous stationary cycling, cardio cycling, burns between 315 and 466 calories, depending on your body weight. And that data was pulled from the link you'll see at the top of the screen there. So, there you can see that sex is a form of cardio, essentially. I mean, it depends, I guess, on how long you go, or just how many times you have sex in a day. But, that's one added benefit, no matter how minute, depending on duration. But, really, those are some of the key points I want to throw out there about sex. Like I said, there isn't enough research on sex in general benefiting athletic performance, or even hindering it, for that matter. But there are, like I just showed, key elements that are improved by sexual intercourse that will actually improve your athleticism as well. And I went into all that above. If you have any questions or would like to make some comments, please feel free to put them below. Otherwise, stay fit, stay formidable, and stay fantastic, and have a good weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday.